Okay, guys, here we are. We are going to just sketch some basic face shapes. Look at this mess I'm making here. It's okay to be ugly in the beginning. It's all right to just move around. Don't feel that you need to just nail it right away every time. Okay, so the brush I'm using ultimately doesn't matter what brush you use. Find a brush you like, but these brushes will be available to you guys. So what I just wanted to just go over is this concept of a teardrop shape. Something like this. You can see I'm just kind of moving the canvas around to get it. I won't be going over Photoshop basics. That's kind of an assumed thing at this point, that you know how to open up a document and start drawing. So you can see here that by doing this teardrop shape and then adding in two kind of oval type shapes right here, I'm able to get what just kind of basically looks like a face. You can clearly see this and think, oh, those are faces. They're not really, wouldn't be confused for anything else. And I don't even have to get any crazy detail in. It's just the teardrop shape, two kind of oval shapes for eyes, and no detail. Just kind of darken them in. We're just suggesting that the eye sockets are concave. They go inward, right? The bottom of the nose is kind of this bottom triangle. The upper lip is this upward facing triangle. So we can break everything down into these very basic primitive shapes, as you would in any other kind of way of drawing. And you can see here that I've now broken down the teardrop shape into two sides. We have one over here, two over here, and I've kind of broken it down here, meaning that if light is really hitting at the left side, if light is over here, make it white, then the other side is going to be a bit darker. Kind of the same concept of just basic lighting. Okay, here is our second phase of the first module. And here we're going to be sketching out some skulls. Now this reference is included right here. And of course, it's very easy to find skulls. You can just go online and type in skull, and there you go. Sometimes it's really, it's a really good exercise to draw a skull kind of in a very simple, almost cartoony shape or form. So you can see here, it's very cartoony. Again, don't feel that you need to nail this right away. Sometimes you just need to warm up. And warming up literally means moving your arms around, moving your hands around a bit more than you're used to. Really get into it. Let your body help you out here. It's not just eyes and moving your wrist kind of thing. It's a whole body movement that you want to accustom to you and you alone. I mean, everyone is different, right? So you can see here I've just used a kind of a thicker brush. Again, it doesn't matter. You're just moving your hand around. You're getting some muscle memory built up. And so if we were to look at the previous teardrop shape concept, where you have that, right? We could still do it that way, where we have the two oval shape for the eyes. And instead of the triangle, which we did before for the bottom of the nose, we're actually drawing the absence of the nose, really just the cavity of the nose, as kind of another triangle. So again, we can break down these shapes into very primitive, basic circle, triangle, cylinder, cube, all those things. You can draw anything when you just break them down into basic shapes, and then you build on the detail later on. You can see here this skull is maybe a little different than the first two. Every head is different. Every skull is different. No two skulls are exactly the same. So when you're drawing a skull, don't feel that you have to get every little measurement absolutely correct. You just want to get the gist of it. So when we are drawing the portraits, we're kind of understanding what is underneath all that skin and muscle. And it's basically this. It's going to be this every time. If you're doing a creature, kind of a creature design, it's going to be some variant of human anatomy or animal anatomy. So you get good at human and animal anatomy, you're going to be good at creature design. If you don't get good at human or animal anatomy, your creature design will suffer from it. And the same with portraits. If we don't get the skull right, if we don't have a sense of the skull that is correct, then the finished painting could and probably will suffer. So, draw a page full of skulls, profile, front on, 3/4, just get some reference and just sketch what you see. Okay, cut.